To follow up on my video I did yesterday talking about, trying out Opera for the first time, the Opera browser, actually. I will say that it doesn't matter if it's Chrome or Opera or Firefox or whatever. Apparently, when your computer decides, hey, I'm going to do some updates, in the background, minor ones, small ones, whatever, or I'm going to do virus and protection updates or virus scans, it's going to affect all browsers. And you're going to get the not responding, wording, if you will, on top. And to me, as I've said before, and I know people feel like I'm just, beating an old drum on this and beating a dead horse, if you will. But come on, seriously, if you're Windows or you're Apple, Mac, Linux, whatever, you should at least let people know, you should at least let people, know that you're going to do updates, or you're doing little minor updates, or you're getting ready to do a virus scan or something like that, or a virus and protection update. Let them know. Put a little notification up there saying, hey, on the screen, whether it's the upper right-hand corner or lower left-hand corner or whatever. Put it up and tell people, hey, we're going to be doing this in a little bit. Please stay off your computer for about such and such minutes, while we take care of it. I mean, despite how I feel about what Xfinity does without telling us, at least they tell us, even though they should have told us beforehand, hey, we're doing planned maintenance, even though you have to find that out, by the fact that your internet goes out and your cable goes out, and then you look online through your 4G or 5G you have, and you find out, they're doing maintenance right now, and it's planned maintenance, even though they didn't tell us. But at least in their own way, they're letting you know. Unfortunately, you got to find out on your own. But the point I'm getting at is that's what these computers should do too. They should let you know, hey, we're doing a virus and protection update. We're doing a virus scan. We're doing minor updates. Don't be on your computer for this many minutes because, we got to take care of this. That way you can be like, okay, fine, we get it. We'll stay off the computer. But with that said, I will say this. What I do like about Opera so far, it's a bit of an update, is the fact that, as you see in these pictures, it does have free VPN, which I like. Apparently, that's a big deal that a lot of people appreciate with any browser, whether it's free or you got to pay a little price. Because what it does is it protects you from all kinds of, I guess you could say, data collectors, if you will. So I'm glad they do have that. And it does feel like it makes things a lot easier, if you will. It does make things feel a lot easier for you as a browser, as a user, to, be able to do things and bring up stuff that, normally you might have problems with, like with Mobians.ai. Mobians.ai, excuse me. Normally, like I mentioned before, when I use it on Chrome, it's okay for a bit, then it snaps. It goes into the snap thing. I don't know why it does that. But yeah, when I use it on the phone, like when I'm recording this audio with, it's fine. It's fine on the Google Chrome browser there. So my assumption is it's the browser. And I know this is why they probably do the new Chrome available thing almost every day, almost every other day or every week. Because I think people are complaining to them that, hey, there are certain sites we want to go to, but then they crash because your browser can't handle it or something. But Opera, on the other hand, seems to be handling it well. The other thing I do like about not browser, but Opera browser, I should say, is not only does it have VPN, but it also has what's called capture, or I think it's called capture. It's called Snapshot. And what that does is it lets you snapshot your browser or any part of your browser. You can do the whole thing. You can do the whole screen, or you could just do certain sections, and you can make it. You can make a PNG image out of it. You can download that portion that you snapshot as a PNG or maybe a JPEG, and download it and use it for whatever. So I like that. I like the fact that they allow you to do that. And I know Microsoft Edge does something similar. They do, but I think it's mostly for the whole browser. Here, you could just be like, oh, I just want this part and that part, and you're good to go. So I like that they do that. I like that they do that. So what it seems to me what they're doing is they're taking different elements, like the best elements from places like Firefox and Microsoft Edge and Chrome and some others, and they're saying, hey, let's put that all together into this browser and our GX browser and go from there and see what happens. So I do appreciate that. I'm still going to be using Google Chrome as my default browser because, again, I got a lot of my stuff on there, especially when it comes to doing the EDD for me and my mom, the unemployment, that is. So I'm still going to be using that. But over time, I might start going to Opera here and there. But I think Opera will mostly be like for when I go to sites like Mobians.ai or elsewhere and, just see what they deliver. Now, does it take a little bit to load at times? Yeah, it does take a bit. But again, it all depends on your computer. It all depends on your computer. If your computer decides, hey, I want to do a little minor update in the background or do a virus and protection update or whatever without giving you notification. So it's either going to be something like that. And if you're wondering why it will be a little slow loading up, or it'll load up real quickly. It did. I mean, after I installed it, closed it out and then opened it up again. The second time I opened it up, which officially was like the first real time I've used it, it worked. It loaded up real quickly. So again, it could be your computer, your laptop deciding, hey, I'm going to do a little virus and protection update in the background. I'm going to do a little minor update in the background. I'm going to do a virus scan. That it could be that as well. And what's crazy about it, and again, I know people feel I harp on this too much. You can pause the updates, for as long as you want. I think up to about 2 months at most. But still feels like, it still feels like Windows or Linux, whoever is the software that's pre-installed into your laptop or computer, feels like it's fighting against it, like it wants to do the update. And I've read online that that's basically what it is. That it's just, doing the update, or at least doing some minor updates, but also trying to do the update, if you will, even though you paused it. So yeah, that's something that they need to address. Like, hey, when the consumer pauses the updates for as long as they want, there should not be no attempt at an update. They should be just like, okay, we're done. We're not going to do this for right now. We're going to wait until the I guess you could say the timeout is either lifted by the consumer or it's done automatically. But outside of that, like I said, so far, second day using the Opera browser, and have to say it looks pretty good. And again, to me, the features I do like are the VPN, which seem to make things a lot more smoother and easier to look up, as well as the Snapshot that allows you to capture whatever you want to capture. Honestly, if it's the whole screen or just a certain part of it, I like that. And again, I know people will point out that, Microsoft Edge already has that, and I agree they do, but I don't think they have it in a way where you could choose certain parts of the screen to crop and edit and use as a PNG image or a JPEG image. So I'm happy with that. So I'm glad they have that feature. And again, like I said, it looks like they're taking the best features from all the different browsers that people use and implementing them here into theirs. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment down below, live chat down below. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on Opera itself. Do you like some of the features that I've mentioned that are included with it? Let me know. And until then, I am out.